Hi, my name is Judy Stasic. I am a traveling speech therapist and a certified yoga teacher. I am starting to put out some yoga videos to help people that are struggling at home this time, for anybody who needs them, for traveling therapists. I have middle and high school students that might benefit from this. Please share this video with anyone that you think might benefit from doing yoga at this time and doesn't have access to it. My videos are all going to be free. This is my first video. I'm still working out details of lighting, time of day. I've never ever recorded before, so this is my first trial video. This will be a basic yoga class with lots of detailed instruction, focusing on relaxing and breathing and just basic yoga postures. There'll be more to come in days with different types of videos. If you are looking for something specific, please comment below. I'm also going to record some Yoga Kids videos. But on that note, we're going to get started. So begin by sitting on your mat. You're going to lengthen up through the spine. Your spine is tall, lifting up through the crown of the head, gently inhaling the shoulders and exhaling down. Again, inhaling the shoulders and exhaling down. And we're going to start by placing one hand on the heart, the other on the stomach, and just begin to breathe. Yoga's about connection, union, body, mind, and spirit. We're just going to do some simple breathing here. If you've never done yoga before, you want to breathe to fully fill up the belly with air and then fully exhale. So begin by inhaling, filling the belly up all the way, and then exhaling. Again, inhale. And then exhale. Inhale, filling the belly up all the way to the top of the rib cage, holding for a breath and exhaling. Just beginning to feel yourself settle in here, feeling the heart open, feeling yourself root into the earth. You might notice the beating of your heart, just using the breath to slow it down, creating a grounding sensation. So you're feeling the body rooted in from the pelvis and connecting up all the way through the heart center. Just beginning to feel the breath soften. If you find your mind wandering, bringing it back to the breath. If you're still having trouble focusing, maybe bringing your attention to the tip of the nose, imagining the breath going in and out. Feeling the sense of relaxation. On the next inhalation, inhaling in and letting the breath settle into the heart center. And then exhaling, letting it move through the heart center, all the way up to the crown of the head, down through the spine to the pelvis, feeling yourself rooted and grounded. And taking about 3 more breaths here. And and then gently opening your eyes. If you're sitting on the floor in a cross-legged position and it's somewhat uncomfortable, you can also roll your mat up and then place it at the tip underneath of the pelvis, and that will gently tip your pelvis forward a little bit. That might be a little bit more comfortable. Or if sitting on the floor is completely uncomfortable, you can move into a chair. Lots of ways to do yoga. So we're going to begin by inhaling the arms up, connecting the palms, exhaling down. And again, inhaling up, drawing the energy together at the palms, exhaling down. One more time, inhaling up, palms connect, exhaling down. Last one, inhaling up, drawing the energy together. Palms connect, exhaling to the heart center, and we come into Namaste. And this is a way of honoring yourself in yoga. Just sitting here for a couple breaths and breathing. Then releasing the hands down. Left hand is going to go on the right knee. Right hand is going to go behind you. You're going to inhale up, lengthen, and gently twist, looking over the right shoulder. Only come as far as is comfortable. Holding and breathing. Just holding for a few breaths here. And then exhaling, changing to the other side. Right hand goes on the left knee. Left hand is behind you. Inhaling up and then gently looking over that left shoulder. This should be a gentle twist, not feeling any pain or stress on the body. And holding for 2 more breaths. And then inhaling back to center, we're going to come into the first posture, Baddha Konasana. So soles of the feet come together. And the goal is to work the feet in as close to the pelvis as comfortable. If that's not comfortable for you, you can keep your feet out further. And then you're going to inhale up, and you're going to hinge from the hips, coming forward as comfortably as you can. Goal is to keep the spine long and flat. Many of us round at the top of our shoulders like that. That's not how you want your spine to be. You want it to be long and flat. Inhaling up and then coming forward as far as you can. Feeling the lengthening of the spine. Neck here is an extension of the spine. There's no stress on the neck or back. And again, you should be able to take long inhalations and long exhalations. One more breath here. And then exhaling back to the center. Next posture is bow and arrow. So you're going to leave that right foot down, grabbing a hold of the left ankle, the left foot. Maybe it's the outside of your left thigh, whatever you can grab. And inhaling up to open, keeping the spine straight. Maybe you're just here for today. If you can go into full extension, open up all the way, keeping the heart open. Gaze is up over the left toe, and you're breathing. Maybe you're just holding here today. Whatever you're doing, you're breathing, and you're honoring your body's limitations. Maybe you're just here. You're holding for another breath. Exhaling down. Sole of the left foot stays down. Grabbing hold of the right ankle, the right calf, or maybe the right leg. Opening up as far as you can. And holding. Spine is straight. Breath is deep into the heart center, coming all the way down through the stomach. You should be able to breathe easily in whatever variation of posture you're in. Otherwise, you're going to want to back off one step. One more breath, and then exhaling down. And then bringing the knees up, rounding the spine, coming into what I call seated child. And just holding and breathing here deeply for a couple breaths. Noticing the deepening of your breath, the softness of the belly, deep inhalations and full exhalations. And then we're going to come back again into our beginning pose, which is called Sukhasana. You're going to place your hands down on your knees. We're just going to work to lengthen up through the spine. Heart is open. Spine is elongated. Just close your eyes and taking a few centering breaths here. Can you feel yourself still breathing deep into the abdomen? If at any time you find your mind wandering, you come back to the breath. Just simply close your eyes and begin to breathe. One more breath here. And then we're slowly going to make our way onto tabletop. This is one of the basic yoga postures. So palms are spread out. Arms are underneath my shoulders. All 5 fingers are connected into the earth. Weight is evenly distributed between all 5 fingers. And my feet are in line with my knees. Navel is drawing inward. And we're going to come into a couple of rounds of cat-cow. So to come into cat, you inhale up, round the spine like a cat does. Drawing the navel in. And exhaling down into cow. Inhaling up, rounding into cat pose. Drawing the navel to the back of the spine, moving the shoulders away from the ears. Exhaling down into cow pose. Inhaling up again, rounding the spine, drawing the navel to the back of the spine. Exhaling down into cow pose. And completing 3 more of these very slowly on your own, moving with your breath. Making sure you're taking long, deep inhalations into the belly and full, long exhalations as you exhale. And after your last one, we're going to come back into neutral spine. Just staying here for a breath, making sure everybody's completed their couple of rounds of that. And then we're going to extend our arms and we're going to come into child's pose. So arms come out, pelvis falls back to the heels and down, and head comes to the floor. This is a great basic resting pose in yoga. You should be able to breathe deeply into the belly. If this is an uncomfortable pose for you, if you have a pillow, you can put it between your legs and your pelvis, or you might just want to come up a little bit. Just staying here for a couple more breaths. This is a great pose to come into any time of the day if you're just feeling stressed. Taking a couple more rounds of deep inhalations here. deep exhalations. And then pressing your way back up into tabletop. We're going to come into a balancing pose, which may be a little challenging, so I'll show a couple of variations. So you're coming into tabletop again. Left foot extends out, toes are pointed down, navel is drawn in. You might want to stop right here. If you want to take this a little further, left foot is up, toes are pointed down, right arm extends out, spine is flat. Now, can you do this and breathe easily? If not, just drop your hand down and do it. One more breath here. Navel drawing into the back of the spine. Hand down, foot down, and we're going to change sides. Right foot up, right toes pointed down, left hand up and out. Navel is drawing into the back of the spine. One more breath. And then exhaling down. Hand comes down, foot comes down. And we're just going to come into a slight rocking motion. So still in tabletop, you're rocking back and forth. And you're moving with your breath as you're doing this. Inhaling and exhaling. And we're going to come back into stillness in tabletop. And repeat that one more time. So left foot goes up, toes are pointed down. You can stop here and just breathe. If you want to take this a little further, right hand goes out, navel's pointed in, and you're holding and breathing. One more breath. Exhaling, hand down. Exhaling, foot down. Inhaling, left arm up. Exhaling, right foot down. Toes are pointed down. Navel is drawn into the back of the spine. One more breath here. Exhaling, hand down, foot down. Arms extend. Child's pose. Taking a few rounds of deep breath here. Making sure that you're breathing deeply into your belly. And on the next inhalation, we're going to inhale up, coming back through tabletop, maybe taking a couple of rounds of cat-cow here. Maybe moving forward. Just let your body move very organically to reset, getting any additional movement that's needed. And then we're going to come forward into some slight back bending on the mat. So coming down onto your stomach, placing your hands in front of you. This is Sphinx pose. So in Sphinx pose, my elbows are underneath my shoulders and tops of the toes onto the feet, and palms are splayed. And the weight is evenly distributed in all 5 fingers. And my head is an extension of the spine. And I can breathe easily in this posture. One more breath here. Exhaling, hands down. Forehead comes onto the mat. Feet are relaxed. Just doing deep belly breathing here. If the small of the back is bothering you, inhaling the feet up. Gently windshield wipering them side to side. Great way to release the small of the spine. We're going to come into another back bending pose. So placing the forehead on the floor, This is called Beggining or Cobra. Fingertips are lined up with my shoulders. Elbows are into the rib cage. Tops of the feet are planted into the earth. And gently inhaling up. Spine is straight. Head is an extension of the spine. You're using your back muscles. Your head is in line with your spine. Lifting the fingers tips up to make sure you're using your back muscles. Placing them down, and my elbows are pressing into the rib cage. One more breath here. Exhaling down. Gently folding the arms into a little pillow. Maybe turning the head to one side. Maybe windshield wiping the feet to release the small of the back. And just staying here for a couple of breaths. Deep belly breathing into the stomach. Inhaling and exhaling. Then I'm going to place my hands on the mat, gently lift up, coming back into tabletop here. I'm going to walk my arms one length forward. All 5 fingers are pressing into the earth. I'm going to curl my toes under and slowly press up into Adho Mukha Svanasana or downward dog. Drawing the navel into the back of the spine. Working to press my heels down and head is extended. Just holding here and breathing. This is one of our basic yoga poses. If you need to, you can come up on the toes, exhaling down, and your heels may not completely reach into the earth. That's completely okay. Maybe pedaling your feet out. Holding for one more breath here. Drawing the navel into the back of the spine. You should be able to breathe easily. And then coming back down into child's pose. Knees on the mat. Pressing my pelvis all the way back to meet my heels. Head comes to the floor and rest. Another variation of child's pose is to bring your arms behind you. Maybe rocking from side to side. Lots of options here. Letting the shoulders drop. Feeling everything relax. One more breath. And then exhaling up into tabletop. And again, we're going to come into Adho Mukha Svanasana or downward facing dog. So walking your arms one arm length forward, coming up on the toes, pressing up and pressing back, drawing the navel to the back of the spine. Shoulders are away from the ears, and I'm turning my elbows in. Should be able to breathe really easily here. If you have a lot of arm strength, you may be able to hold this longer than somebody that's really new in yoga. One more breath here, and then I'm slowly going to walk my hands back to my feet. I'm moving my feet forward a little bit so you can see me. And I'm in a yoga pose, a hanging, resting yoga pose called Ragdoll. In Ragdoll, everything's soft. I'm bringing my elbows together, just hanging and relaxing. This is another great relaxation pose, just to let everything go. One more breath here. And then very, very slowly, to bring awareness to all muscles in the spine, I'm going to roll up one vertebrae at a time, very, very slowly. Yoga is about slowing down, becoming present in the moment, slowly rolling up, noticing all the vertebrae in my spine that I might not ever notice. And then I'm going to come into a standing position. We're going to come into a basic standing posture called mountain pose or Tadasana. So inhaling, feet are about hip width apart. You're going to start by planting the feet into the earth. First, start by spreading all 5 toes and pressing the big toes in and then the pinky toe, all 5 toes back to the pinky toes, and then pressing the corners of both heels into the earth, rooting into the earth, and then exhaling through the feet, feeling everything grounded and connected. Inhaling again and exhaling the energy all the way through the feet. Grounding into the earth, feeling yourself rooted. And then you're going to draw the energy up through the feet, all the way to the hips, making sure the spine is elongated, bringing the energy all the way up through the belly, through the shoulders, up to the crown of the head. And then to fully come into Tadasana, you're going to inhale your arms up, fingers are relaxed. If your shoulders are up like this, drawing them down the back away from the ears. This is the basis of all standing poses, Tadasana. Just stopping here for a moment. Maybe closing your eyes, feeling the power of this pose, feeling the lengthening of the spine, feeling everything powerful and relaxed at the same time. One more breath here, and then exhaling, hands down. And we're going to inhale up, connect the palms together, and come into Arnachadasana, half moon. Inhaling up, exhaling the shoulder blades down away from the ears, holding for one more breath in the center. And then you're going to exhale, going to the right, drawing the shoulder blades down the back, gazing up underneath that left armpit. One more breath here. Inhaling up to the center, readjusting yourself, and exhaling to the left. And then gazing up, if it's comfortable for you, underneath the right armpit. And continuing to draw the shoulder blades down the back. And one more breath here. And exhaling the palms down. Next, we're going to come into a slight standing back bend. So you're going to inhale your arms up into cactus arms. And the arms are up like this. And you're going to inhale up, looking up at the ceiling, hinging from the back of the hips. You're coming into a slight back bend here. And I'm hinging from the hips to begin my back bend. There's no strain on the head or neck. Inhaling up. And again, exhaling back into cactus arms, gazing up to the ceiling. No strain on the neck. Inhaling up again. Exhaling back, coming into cactus arms, feeling slight back bend from the base of the spine. And one more time, inhaling up and exhaling down, coming into ragdoll. Just letting everything go. Maybe swaying side to side. One more breath here. And then you're slowly going to round up, Feeling all the vertebrae in your spine coming up very slowly into standing pose or Tadasana. Head is going to be the last thing up. And we're going to inhale the shoulders up, roll them down. Inhale the shoulders up, roll them down. Inhale the shoulders up, drawing the tummy in, exhaling down. Now we're going to come into a standing half sun salutation. I'm going to face this way so everybody can get a better view of me. For this posture, you're going to inhale the arms up, bring the palms together, exhaling down, coming all the way down to the floor into a forward fold, bending your knees if you need to, and then straightening as much as you can. Inhaling up halfway with a flat back, exhaling, folding down. Inhaling, coming all the way up with a flat back and drawing the energy together to the heart center. We're going to repeat that one more time. So you're going to inhale up, drawing the energy together, palms connect. Exhaling, hands to the heart center, coming through, palms to the floor, reaching down, spine is straight. Bending your knees if you need to get that spine straight. Inhaling up halfway, hands come to below the knees, spine is flat. Exhaling, folding down, and inhaling, coming all the way up, palms come together and back to the heart center. We're going to repeat that one more time. Inhaling up, drawing the energy together. Palms connect. Exhaling, hands to the floor. Keeping the spine flat, bending your knees if you need to, into a forward fold. Inhaling up halfway. Palms come to below the knees, spine is flat. Exhaling, folding to the earth. Inhaling, coming all the way up and drawing the energy back to the heart center. Just standing here for a couple of your breaths, feeling your feet rooted into the earth, feeling your hands connected in Namaskar, and feeling the connection between the head, the heart, and the breath. This is what yoga is about. Finding that peacefulness and centering within your body. One more breath here. Exhaling, hands down. We're going to come into a couple of standing poses. First posture is Virabhadrasana 2 or Warrior 2. So I'm stepping my left foot out. My right foot is back behind me. Left foot is intersected with the right foot. I'm in a wide stance. Arms come up. I'm bending my left knee down. Knee is tracking over the left toe, making sure that you can see your left toe and that it doesn't go past. Making sure your knee does not go past your toe. Arms are long, shoulders are relaxed. And drishti, or the gaze, is past the middle finger. And then you're holding and breathing here. One more breath. Inhaling, straightening that left leg. Turning the left leg in, right leg out. Exhaling. Bending that left knee, making sure that it doesn't go past the toe and that you can see your left toe. Gaze is over the right middle finger. Shoulders are down away from the ears. Belly's in and you're breathing. feeling the strength and the power of this pose. One more breath here. Exhaling up and coming back to center. Bringing the hands to the heart center. And just breathing. Remember when you're breathing to bring your breath fully into the belly. Inhaling and exhaling. So every breath in yoga is a deep belly breath, followed by a deep exhale. So each time you're inhaling, you're bringing the air in. And each time you're exhaling, you're bringing the air out to fully release. Letting the hands down, shaking out. We're going to come into some balancing poses. The first one is Shavasana or tree. I'm going to show you a couple of variations. So I'm starting on my right foot, and I'm bringing the sole of the left foot to my right ankle. This is first variation, very easy. Next variation is to bring the leg up a little bit. Full expression would be to bring it above into the right knee. Left knee is pointed out, pelvis is in. You can stay here, bring your hands to the heart center, or full expression is to extend upward. And yes, it's hard to keep your balance, dropping the shoulders down. And I forgot to say, first thing is to find a drishti or focal point before we begin. I'll do that on the left side. One more breath here. Exhaling, hands to the heart center. Releasing this foot down, shaking out. We're going to try on the left side too. First thing before you begin any balancing pose is to find a drishti or a focal point. So look at something in front of you that's not moving. Then bring the sole of the right foot to the left ankle. You can stop here, or you can raise it up a little bit, or coming into full expression. Making sure the knee is out, pelvis is tucked, hands are in the heart center, and inhaling up with the arms, drawing the shoulder blades down. You might notice a difference between one side or the other. And making sure you're still breathing. One more breath here. Exhaling, hands to the heart, leg comes down and shake out. Another great way to practice any balancing poses are to use a wall. That's a great starting place. Or to do the simple variation of just bringing the sole of the foot onto the heel so that you're not doing a lot of balancing. And just have fun with the balancing poses and laugh at them, because they're hard for everybody. Okay, next one, we're going to transfer the weight to the right foot. Find your focal point or drishti in front of you. Raise your left knee up. Pelvis is tucked. You can stop here or bringing it into the chest, holding and breathing. If you want to take this further, you can extend the leg out. Whatever you're doing, you're holding and breathing. All variations are great. One more breath. Exhaling, bringing the knee back in or just holding. And then releasing down. Letting it go, transferring the weight to the left foot, finding your drishti or your focal point in front of you, inhaling the right knee up, bringing it into the chest as far as you can, stopping here or coming into, it's called extended head to toe pose, and coming out and holding. Whatever you're doing, you're breathing, gaze is in front of you, exhaling, knee back to the chest, holding it in, and exhaling down and shaking out, dropping any thoughts of judgments of what that should look like, because I'm sure mine was far from perfect too. And just coming down to hang into ragdoll. Maybe bringing the elbows together, rocking side to side here. And then slowly making your way back up. Coming up very slowly, one vertebrae at a time. And then rolling the shoulders back. We're going to do one more standing pose before we return back to the floor. This is called goddess or horse pose. So my feet are a little bit more than hip width apart. Toes are pointed out. Pelvis is tucked. Spine is elongated. Shoulders roll up and down the back. Arms come into cactus arms, and I'm slowly going to bend down. Knees do not go past the toes. Easy version of this is just to come down a little bit, coming down further, and you're holding and breathing here. If you want to intensify this, you can come up on one toe or the other, or maybe both. Can you do this without losing your balance? And are you breathing? Most important thing in yoga is the breath. Can you breathe deep into your abdomen? Wherever you're at, feet come back on the floor, knees come up, arms extend, palms together, coming back to the heart center and breathing. Making sure that you're with your breath. Your focus is on the moment. We're slowly going to make the way down to the floor. So coming back onto tabletop, as we did before, we're going to come into Dandasana, downward dog. So spreading the fingertips, fingers apart. All 5 fingers are firmly planted into the earth, curling the toes under, pressing up into downward facing dog. Head is an extension of the spine. Elbows turn inward, and head is relaxed. You may need to adjust yourself to get the full lengthening of the spine. So you don't want your feet to be in too close like this. You want your body to be in a V. Find whatever works for you in this pose. Everybody's going to need a different length to get the full expression of the pose depending on your body size and mostly how tall you are. Just holding and breathing. One more breath here. Drawing the navel into the earth or into the stomach. And then you're going to come forward, down in your knees, pressing back into child's pose. Arms can be extended for extended child, or arms can come behind you. And just rocking side to side. Holding for a couple breaths here. And then inhaling up. And we're going to come into a couple of seated poses. So first pose is one of our basic sitting poses. This is called Dandasana or staff pose. This is known as seated mountain pose or seated Tadasana. It looks really easy, but it's a really active pose. So to fully explain this, your legs are going to be together, big toes are touching, pressing through the heels. Legs are fully engaged. So you're going to feel your legs are really active. Then you're going to lift up through the spine. Hands are down right by my hips, only there's no weight on my hands. My spine is doing all the work. Head is an extension of the spine. Shoulder blades are drawing down the back. Lift your hands up for just a second and then press them down. You shouldn't feel any weight on your hands, they're just there. The work is coming from the spine and the legs. And then can you breathe easily in this posture? And the gaze or the drishti is out over the toes in front of you. One more breath here. And then we're going to come into a seated forward fold. And I'm facing this way because I want to show you what the lengthening of the spine should look like in any forward fold posture. So many times in yoga, we're reaching forward to stretch, and we want to reach our toes. Reaching our toes is not the goal. In any forward seated posture, the goal is to keep the spine long and lengthened. So to come into Paschimottanasana, you inhale the arms up. The posture is not coming from the arms, it's coming from the hinge of my hips, which is down here. So we're going to begin by inhaling forward and then exhaling back. And again, taking a breath, inhaling forward, exhaling back. And again, inhaling forward, exhaling back. And last time, inhaling forward, coming as far as you can comfortably go with a flat back. Let your hands come down. You might be to here. You might be here. You might be at your toes, depending on your flexibility level. What you don't want to be doing is rounding from the top of the spine, or rounding from the top of the shoulders. You want to keep your spine flat. So wherever your ability is to keep your spine flat is where you want to go in this posture. And like I said, it might just be here. You should be able to move the shoulder blades down away from the spine, or down away from the ears, and relax. And then you want to breathe, breathing deeply in this posture. Holding for a couple more deep breaths. One more breath. Exhaling, releasing. And we're going to come into one of my favorite core strengthening postures called Navasana or boat pose. This can be really challenging if you need to strengthen your core muscles. So I'm going to show you 3 variations, and you're going to choose the one that works for you. First variation of Navasana is to place your hands behind you, bend your knees up. Spine is long and straight. You want to work to get your knees together as best you can in this posture. This is the first variation. You're sitting and breathing. Next variation is to lift your arms up. Spine is long. Often we collapse in this pose. You don't want to do this. You want to keep your spine long and flat. Arms extended if possible, or arms down behind you. Last variation, nothing changes in my spine and legs extend up. By this point, your legs might be shaking, and that's okay. Whatever variation you're in, can you breathe? One more breath, exhaling down and coming back into seated child, which we did at the beginning of this class, just kind of rounding back and forth. We're going to repeat that again. So we're going to do this 2 more times, and I'm going to show 2 variations. So choosing the variation that works for you. Just coming up into it again and breathing. Holding for 1 more breath here. Exhaling, just kind of rounding back and forth. Last time in this posture. So come up into whatever variation works for you. You have to be breathing into your belly. If you're not breathing easily, back off. Whatever variation you're in, making sure you're breathing. Spine is elongated. 1 more breath, exhaling. Coming into seated child. And then you're slowly going to make your way down on your mat. If you want to work on using your core muscles, you can extend your legs, extend your arms, and slowly make your way down, 1 vertebrae at a time, using your core muscles. Just letting the body relax here, letting everything go. We're going to do a couple more postures, and then we're going to come into Shavasana, which is final relaxation or corpse pose. So inhaling the right knee in, bringing it into the chest. Left leg is extended. It can be active or flexed, or it can be relaxed. Just bringing the knee in, making circles with the ankle, going one direction, and then switching directions. Holding for another breath, and then inhaling the leg up. On this pose, you want to clasp behind or below the knee, just not on the knee. So if you're really flexible, you might want to extend up or grab the toe, or just simply hold here. Wherever you're at, working to keep the left leg onto the earth. I have my left hand placed on my left thigh to work my left thigh down. Inhaling and exhaling. One more breath. Bringing the knee back into the chest. Again, maybe making circles if that's comfortable for you. And exhaling that leg down. You might notice a difference between one side and the other side. My right leg feels a little bit longer. So in yoga, we always try to balance things off or up. I'm going to inhale my left knee in, bringing the left knee into my chest. My right leg can be relaxed, or I can make it active by pressing through the heel, making circles with my left ankle going one direction and then the other. And then extending that leg up. I'm clasping below the knee or above the knee, maybe the toe. And then I'm pressing my right hand on my right thigh to press it into the earth. And then I'm holding and breathing. Again, taking deep belly breaths. Exhaling, releasing down. Knee comes back into the chest. Maybe again making circles with the ankle, going one direction and then the other. And then inhaling both knees into the chest, just kind of rocking side to side. A great massage for the lower spine. And then we're going to come into the last pose before Shavasana. This is Happy Baby. So I'm going to bend my knees, inhaling my feet up towards the ceiling, grabbing my toes if comfortable, or I'm grabbing the outside of my right foot, the outside of my left foot, pressing the knee into the earth, and just feeling the hips relax. If you want to make this playful, you can rock side to side. Definitely lots of variations with this posture. Lots of ways to do it. I'm going to hold for a couple more breaths. And then I'm releasing my feet into the earth. And I'm going to come into Shavasana. Shavasana is actually one of the hardest poses to do in yoga. It's about doing nothing. So my palms are splayed up. My toes are pointed out towards both walls. Small of the back is into the earth. Just close the eyes, letting the body relax. And letting every cell, every muscle, every organism be soft, healing, relaxed. Notice everything softening, everything relaxing, every cell, every muscle, everything soft. And just imagine a white light. Or maybe for you it's a different color light. Letting this be a healing light. Letting this light come over the forehead. letting this light fill the crown of the head and your forehead with healing energy, sending it down through the eyes, relaxing the eyeball sockets, down through the face, relaxing the tongue, the jaw, letting this light move to the face, down through the neck, down through the shoulders, all the way down to the fingertips, completely relaxing the arms, letting it come through the shoulders, down to the heart center, filling the heart center up with love. Letting that light radiating through the heart center. Down through the spine, through the rib cage and the belly, feeling the whole top part of the body relaxed, moving it down through the pelvis to the legs, knees, calves, down through the toes, feeling this healing energy, letting it move up and down through the body, healing every cell, every muscle, every organism in your body, mind, spirit, and energy field. And as the body becomes more and more relaxed, just imagine this energy being sent out to the world, filling the world and every being in it, every species, with this healing energy. Imagine the healing energy filling our planet up with health, love, kindness, letting everyone on this planet receive the benefit of this healing energy. And just feeling this energy radiating outward to all beings. And then letting it coming back into your body. Just continuing to feel this energy moving from your body to every being on the planet, sending out love, light, and healing energy. Letting this healing energy continue to radiate, coming back to your body, beginning to wiggle your fingers, toes, and taking a long stretch overhead, and then rolling over onto your favorite side, coming into the fetal position of rest, relaxation, and renewal. And then slowly coming up onto your mat, coming into easy seated Sukhasana. And then inhaling the arms up, drawing the palms together, bringing this healing energy from the meditation back to your heart center, and coming into Namaste. Closing the eyes, taking a couple breaths here. Really breathing in this moment, feeling the healing energy from the meditation, and then taking a moment to send this healing energy out again to every being on the planet, letting the planet be filled with light, love, and healing energy, and then gently opening your eyes. The light, the love, and the truth in me sees and honors the light, the love, and the truth in each one of you. And Namaste. Thank you so much for sharing your time with me, and leave a comment or send me a message. I'm going to be recording more classes in the days to come.